Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the introduction to irrigation from unit number 2, hydrology and water resources engineering. So basically the irrigation means the artificial supply of water from the canal to the farmers. So these are the different contents in unit number 2, introduction to irrigation, water requirement of crop and assessment of the canal revenue. So first we have to cover the introduction to irrigation. So irrigation is defined as the process of artificial supply of water to the soil for raising the crops. As a crop requires certain amount of water at a fixed interval of time throughout the growth of its, then if the water requirement of crop is made by natural rainfall during the growth of the crop, then there is no need of the irrigation. Means if the rainfall is sufficient to that crop, then there is no need of the irrigation. So there are the necessity of the irrigation. Why it is necessary? Because there is inadequate rainfall, then non-uniformity in the rainfall. Then we have to take a number of crop during the year. Then perennial crop, perennial crop means all weather crop, example is the sugar cane. Then growing a superior crop, then increasing the yield of the crop means to grow the quantity of the crop, then insurance against the drought condition. Then next one is the irrigation method. So there are the different irrigation method like surface irrigation, subsurface irrigation, sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation system. So first one is the flooding system, furrow irrigation and the contour farming. So flooding method which include the wild flooding and the control flooding. Wild means uncontrolled and control means control flooding. Wild is also known as the uncontrolled flooding system. Then next one is that this uncontrolled flooding system is a wild, and the controlled flooding system which is again divided into the free flooding, contour interval, border strip, then check, then basin method and the zigzag method. So these are the different method of the surface irrigation system. Okay, flooding which divided in two part, control and uncontrolled, and control which is again divided to the 6 part, that free flooding, contour, border strip, check basin, then basin, and sixth one is the zigzag method. Then next part is that the factors affecting the choice of the irrigation method. Which method is choose for the different type of the crop, like soil characteristic, then topography of the area, the available of the water supply, then the size of the stream which is supplying the irrigation water, and amount of the water required in each crop. Then surface irrigation method. All the above methods of the surface irrigation system are adopted for the perennial irrigation system, means all weather irrigation system. Then next one is wild flooding system, means uncontrolled flooding system. So in this method the water is applied by spraying it over the land prior to the application of the water. No land preparation is needed for the wild flooding system. No land preparation means there is no ditches, there is no levees, and there is no borders are occur in a wild flooding method. Then the water is allowed to flow for the natural slope of the land. Then next one is control flooding system. So control flooding system having the different methods. In control flooding method, the land is to be prepared before water application. Means the plot which should be divided by the borders or the levees or the strips. Then there is a proper control of water in a control flooding system. Then next is these are the different methods of the control flooding system. First is the free flooding. So free flooding consists of dividing the entire land to be irrigated into the small strip by a number of field channels, or the levees known as the laterals. Means these are the laterals, and these laterals may either at a right angle to each side of the field or right angle to the contour line. So it is called as a free flooding system. The next method is the contour laterals. So contour laterals means this is the special case of the free flooding system in which the field channels or the laterals are aligned properly along the contour lines. And in this method irrigation is possible only on the side of the lateral. Means if we consider that this is the contour line, and from that contour line, this is the contour lateral, and which is provided on only one side only. If we consider this is the main pipeline or main ditch, and from that water supply, this is the main lateral. This is called as a contour laterals. We can see in the diagram also. Then border strip method. In this method, the agricultural land is divided into the series of the long narrow strip known as a border strip by the levees, that is the small bunds. Okay, so these are the border strip method, and which is divided into the small strip. These are the small strip which is divided here, and this method is suitable when the area is at level with a gentle slope to remove the water. Then check flooding method. In this method also, the area which is divided into the small plot, okay, this area which is divided into these small plots, and which are relatively checked by the bunds, and water from the field channels is allowed to enter to the each plot, means this water is entering here and check basin. So it is called as a check flooding method. Then next one is basin flooding method. When this method is used when frequently irrigate of the plantation, it is a special type of the check flooding method. So each plant which is enclosed by a circular channel which is called as a basin, and this basin are connected to the small field ditches. So these are the small field ditches, and ditches are fed from the main supply line. So these are the rings which are provided in a basin method, and this is used for the orchard trees. This method is used for the orchard trees. Then next one is zigzag method. That in this method the water which is supplied in a zigzag manner. This is the water application in a zigzag manner. Then the water is supplied to the plot from the field channel through the openings. These are the small openings, and it covers the entire area. When the desired depth is attained, the openings are closed. So these openings is to be closed when the desired level is achieved. Then next method is the furrow irrigation system. So furrow irrigation avoid the flooding the entire field surface, and it is primary direction of the field using the furrows, grooves or the lines. We can see in the diagram, these are the small furrows are provided in a furrow irrigation system, and these furrows should be in a trapezoidal section, then it should be in a semicircular section, or it should be in a rectangular section. So these are the different furrows. So these furrows are provided here in a land surface. Then next one is the contour farming. So contour farming is practiced in a hilly area with a slope with a following contour. The land is divided into the series of horizontal strips called as the terraces. We can see in the diagram, this is the hilly area, and which is divided into the horizontal strips. Okay, so these are the strips which are provided according to the contour farming. The next one is the subsurface irrigation method. Subsurface irrigation method consists of supplying the water directly to the root zone of the plant. So which is having the favorable conditions, means it should have the moderate slope, then uniform topographic condition, then good quality of irrigation water, and impervious subsoil at a reasonable depth. So it have the two types, natural and artificial subsurface irrigation. The first is the sprinkler irrigation. So this method is applying the irrigation water which is similar to the natural rainfall. Okay, so water is distributed through a system of pipes, usually by the pumping, and it is then sprayed into the air through the sprinklers, so that it breaks into the small water drops which fall into the ground. We can see in the diagram that these are the sprinklers which is provided on a land surface. Then next one is the drip irrigation system, and it is also known as the trickle irrigation system. So it is the latest developed method of the irrigation which is more popular in the region where facing the scarcity of the water. And this method was first introduced in the Israel. In India, this method which is followed in the area like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Kerala and the Karnataka. So in this region, this method is followed. So drip irrigation system having the different parts like drip emitters. Then next one is the feeder pipe. Then next is the nutrient tanks. Along with the water, the nutrients is also provided at the root zone of the crop by the drip irrigation system. So this is the schematic diagram of the layout of the drip irrigation system. From the well irrigation, from the well the water which to be pumped, and from that pump water here is the screen filter. The next one is here is the sand filter, and here is the air wall. Then next one is the nutrients is to be added from that air wall, and water is to be supplied from that wall. Here is the we can open or close this wall. Then these are the laterals or the flush. Then end stop, these are the end point of that laterals. Then this is the sub main line, this is the main line. Okay, so this is the main line, and here is the sub main line. And the water which is supplied to the root zone of the crop through these emitters or the dripper. These are the drippers or the emitters. So this is called as a drip irrigation system, and this system which is the economical one, but which is having the huge or the initial investment cost is the high for the drip irrigation system. If we consider the water efficiency, then water efficiency is more in a drip irrigation system. So it covers the introduction to irrigation part. Thank you.